Hi family, how are you? And if you are here, if you are watching this video, let me tell you, today you're going to learn and learn. And not only that, you will learn how to learn and why to learn and what to do with what you have learned and what to do after you have done with what you have learned. And these are a lot of things. Yes, I'm not going to bug you up and bore you up, but let me introduce to somebody who is right now an mentor. He's a reader's coach. He teaches people how to read, how to learn, how to unlearn as well. Not only that, he's an educational consultant practicing his consultancy as well. And it helped a lot of other companies, corporates, institutions to find the right combination of things that a student, an intern, or probably somebody who has joined lately to work on. And with that, let me welcome Shobhit Singhal. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Amit, for the warm welcome. And it's a pleasure to be here with someone who is so experienced, someone who's so dynamic in his personality. And this is the first time I'm doing something like that. So I'm very excited. And thank you so much for doing this with me. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So, every person needs to have somewhere a landing page, right? That's what the digital world talks about. And
Correct.
What I'm trying to do is probably giving a landing cushion so that people feel, okay, this is a good place. So this is 100% without scripted, open heart, transparent talk with me. And Shobhit, you had been a voracious reader, then probably, I'll say a trainer or a coach. And what my parents used to tell me was a trainer or a teacher has to be a good student, but a good student might not be a kind of a good trainer or a coach. Correct. And this is where, I see that you fit in on both the sides and you are a good trainer. Definitely you are a voracious reader. So tell me a little bit about your journey. Why do you think you mentioned about that books are something that can solve life processes? And here is it your mission to make people understand that how one can actually solve problems, whatever the problems they have with the books. Over to you, Chief.
So thank you, Amit. And to be very honest, till 2018, 2 years back, my life was very normal life. I was going for a job, 9 to 6, and I'm coming back. And there were a lot of problems. Obviously, everyone has problems. But September 2nd, 2018, that was my birthday actually. And 25th birthday, my life, 25th birthday. And that was the worst day of my life. Why? Because I just left a hefty sales job in Mumbai and I was earning a lot, to be very honest. But I was not happy because pressure was there and all that. Then my relationship issues, I just had a break off with my girlfriend and my family was not happy. So from every aspect of my life, I was not happy. So I was thinking, I've got so much of education in my life. I've done my BBA, I've done my MBA. I'm from a well-mannered, well-cultured family. Still, why I'm not happy? Still, I have so many problems in my life. What is the reason behind that? So I started looking for those answers. I got to the internet, look at some influencers, how they have solved their lives. And the one solution I got from most of the people is they all suggested that start reading books. We never took it seriously. I never took it seriously. But then I started doing that. So the first book that I read in my life very seriously was The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. After reading that book, I just thought to myself, what the hell am I doing in my life? Like, you have to work so much, you can achieve so great results. And since then, the journey didn't stop. Then Grant Cardone, Dan Locke, Robert Kiyosaki, all those people, great books I read. And trust me, today, after reading all those books into almost 2 years now, I have invested 2+ lakhs in my self-development. I have saved lakhs of rupees in my bank account today. I'm planning to buy my own house by next year. I'm planning to buy my own car by next year. So all these planning, all these things has been. I'm an entrepreneur today. I have my own readers club, book readers club. I'm a digital trainer for many consultancies, many companies. I do sales training as well. All these things, multiple streams of income, affiliate mark, all those things came from the idea of book reading. So book reading can change your life in a lot of ways. You just need to identify. So now I have opened my own book readers club where I train people. First, I change the mindset why you need to read the book. Then it comes to how you can read the book. The problem is people think we don't have time to read the book. It's very easy. You just have to spend some time and give some practical mechanisms how to read the book, and you can actually finish 100 books in 1 year also, I can say. And third and most importantly, book reviews, book summaries, key learnings and all that on daily basis. So that is something which I'm doing right now. So that's all it started, and that's where I am today. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know, just comment down there if you want to earn money by just reading books. I think that's an area where I can help you out. If you are also looking to have some sort of a program by which you want to earn money, get a financial stability without investment, without any risk, at your own place, these are all there. But again, this is not what I want to sell it off here. My entire intention is now, since you are locked in, now you have got time. The things that was pending, the things that you have procrastinated and you have given excuse, okay, I have got traffic, this, that, morning, night, and I have to do multiple things. Now is the right time. So people say, once you open up the book is actually the actual, what do I say, the vision of how you relate with the situations or the information which is there. So with that, I definitely agree with Shobhit, because we need more people, not only who teaches us what I should do or what I should read, but basically who are able to relate to my life or probably a prospect's life and the situations around, the circumstances around, and then helps him to say, with all this clutter of informations, all this huge library of informations, these are the 1 or 2 pages that you should read. I think we need those kind of people. People love to have shortcuts, but unfortunately, shortcuts come with the price. And now here I have got Shobhit, who has been a voracious reader himself. So how do you do all these things, Shobhit? How did it all started? Let me just hear that story from your side.
So, book readers. When I was reading all these books in my life, firstly, I want to mention, Amit, that self-investment is something which I have done the best investment in my life. So I have bought like 50, 60,000 rupees books today. So I have I have my own library, 70, 80, 800 books I have in my house. And I love to purchase the hard copies from Amazon. So there are books that I have paid 1,800, 2,000 rupees also, which is available PDF, free PDF is available on the internet. But still I want to have the feel of those books in my hand and read, because when I invest in something, I feel the preciousness in that item, in that material. So I want to do that. So if you do that, that will be very helpful. So I've read A Few Money by Dan Lok. Dan Lok is one of the most influencing person in my life. So I read Dan Lok, A Few Money, and I see that what kind of attitude he has in his life. Amazing. I wish I can build that kind of attitude one day in my life. So all those things. So first thing first, start investing in yourself. Purchase books, purchase the online mentoring or people who you feel influencing you. For example, you have a lot of programs. I have a book readers club. There is no shame in investing people. We invest in a lot of things. We invest in good clothes. We invest in good movies, going to good movies, good food from outside. But trust me, that's a one-time investment, and we just enjoy the benefit on that particular day. If you just invest in your knowledge, your mind, that will all change your life. So it all started with in January, I started this book readers club where I felt the need to. Now my mission is to make 1 lakh people make initially 1 lakh people to make good readers. That is the mission I have, and I'm sure by next year I will be able. Hopefully I will be able to achieve that. So I have like around. To be very honest, I have 60 people in my book readers club today, and we have an exclusive community. I have a 7-day reading challenge for them, because the most important factor is not about people. Everyone wants to read books. Trust me, that is something which I have in my consensus data that I've taken from webinars and everything. Out of 100 people, 80% people know that they have to read and they want to read. The problem is, as you mentioned, they have a lot of excuses. We don't have time. We don't want to. I don't know if this is helpful for me. The first is the mindset. So why I should read the book. So that is, I do free webinars every Friday 9 p.m. I do a free webinar where I tell people why you need to read, what is the secrets of book reading, then how you can finish 52 books in 1 year. So one book per week. If you want 100 books also you can finish. So that is all. So the first idea is, if I can do it, if books have changed my life, I'm sure it will help other people also. So it all comes down to helping. So as you said before the interview, like communication is very important. So I want to communicate to the world that books can change your life. That is something very important, and take it very seriously. So that is how this journey started. So if you are good at something, it's your job to make sure other people are doing that you can help other people if you're good at something.
Right.
So that's something.
So this is where probably I come in. I come absolutely with the concept of only business, and because if you ask me what is the way to success, the way to success is all about, I think, business of serving. I couldn't find anything better word than that. And when it comes to probably knowledge, if probably I can find out a better way where people are investing their time and energy and just keeping like that, it's of no use. So only this first part of that work or the verb that you have done about reading the book, but if you're not implementing it, that is where I come in place probably. So it is like superlative, little bit of superlative than just acquiring informations, because you've got all the informations now. You've started reading, you've created a practice, you've created a habit, you've created an individuality of your selections, your characteristics of certain reading habits. Now you need to come out of that probably to implement what you have learned, because constant learning without an action is just about like filling the upper part of the brain. But you have got four chambers. The fourth chamber stands for spirituality, your knowledge that you are already doing, and your workability. And the last one is your communications and relationship building. So if you can bind all these things, I think that's nothing can stop you over there. And as people are watching this video, they are locked in, they are watching this on their phone, they're watching this probably on their laptop or desktop, or I don't know what the other devices are there. And if you're watching this, this is also a piece of an information. This is also like a book. The same thing, whatever me and Shobhit is taking. Okay, guys, who wants to write a book? Shobhit teaches you how to read the book. Who wants to write a book? So if you want to write a book, okay, now this is it. Whatever I have just said with Shobhit, this same thing just recorded, and now if you can type it with certain pauses and certain grammatical corrections, that also you don't have to do. We have got softwares, right? So if you can put all these things, this is a challenge that I give it to you. Can you write a book in one day? It teaches you about reading the book in probably 52 books in a year, or 100 books in a year. But what if you can write? Because this is science. What you observe can go inside as a logic you think. What you think gets your interpersonal characteristics, and then it comes out from your chemical signals to your physical signals, and the mechanical signals. And once you write, this is creating a pattern with your hand, or you're typing it, right? This is science, and you tend to remember more. I think the Indian ways of doing is amazing. The Gurukul system, when people used to like mug up everything, and Western culture teaches us do not mug up. But their system is mugging up. Every year you have to read. I mean, now it is still relaxed. I'm sure Shobhit will agree with me. Now this new semester and bi-monthly system was not there probably around 20 years back. You have to mug up from the first day and the 365 days, all the subjects, all the chapters, and we have to vomit in one day. So it is more about a memory test, not a skill test.
Correct.
Unfortunately, my dear brothers and sisters, let me take Shobhit's help here. People get into any job, it is more understood based on their performances, not about their mugging up skills, not about your memory power anymore. It's all about how you're using your memory power in the right time, in the right position, so that you can go from place A to place B. So, but the thing is, books is a collection of somebody's entire experience. And now he has clubbed in up probably in say 100 pages or 200 pages, and he has written it in his way. But it also depends upon who is reading or making it to understand you. Bhagavad Gita is one of the oldest, what do I say, a sermon given by God himself. It is not about if you read or Shobhit reads or I read, but I need somebody to interpret that. Because the perspective of what the writer has written or the author or the poet has written, I don't understand. So probably Shobhit is doing a fantastic job of helping people to read the right things. And when they come to this kind of a readers associations or groups, when they talk about what they have learned, and it is also about sharing, and sharing is always caring. There's a word called givers gains. And this is fantastic. So Shobhit, probably let me just take these ideologies of this book reading thing. to the next little version of when you put across your educational consultant part. So can you relate to your work currently, and what is your role when you say about education consultant, so that the viewers who are there, they should also get a knack of what is the next level if they are locked in. But now they would be probably able to see the keys are actually in the places where you are looking at.
So, Amit, I always say that there are two kinds of education in this world. One is a formal education that we all have been gone through, the schooling, the colleges, the degrees, BBA, MBAs, and all that, PhDs, and all that. That is, everyone will complete, and that is a basic of the life. Please keep it aside. There is one more thing, that is informal learning or informal education that you
Right.
get through the life experiences or the books or the coaching, mentoring, whatever. So when I say I'm an education consultant, I'm not only an education consultant for formal education. There are students who are under me and I train them and all that. That's a different thing. I go to colleges, I take sessions, and that is different. But my main objective is to make people educate themselves, their self-development through the books. For example, I don't tell people to read books. No, that's not the idea. Books are supposed to be used for the development of your life, for the betterment of your life, to solve life problems. For example, when I was struggling with my financial problems, I was broke. I had 186 rupees in my bank account point of time. When I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I got the idea of passive income, that what passive income is all about. I got the idea that I need to have multiple streams of income if I want to be financially free. I want to build my own financial wealth. That is something there. When I started my own entrepreneurship, I read FU Money by Dan Lok. It is mentioned that if you're not generating profits and sales in your business will die one day for sure. So every business main idea is to serve people, also to make money out of it. So those small ideas, these all the books, all the mentoring, all the coaching that we do, it is all part of your informal education. Because as Robert Kiyosaki says, school teaches you to work for money, not make money work for you. That is the most important thing.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Informal education gives you an idea how to make money work for you. That is the most important factor. And the informal, so as an education consultant, my only objective is to make people educate themselves on the best education for themselves. Because Monday to Friday, if you're going to a corporate, you're working 10 hours, 12 hours for them, and Saturday, Sunday, you're partying and enjoying. You're not working hard. I'm sorry. If you're telling me that Monday to Friday I work very hard, no. You're working for someone else's dream. If there's a company, they have created a system, and you're working for that system. If you're not able to resonate your own skills, if you're not able to resonate your own knowledge, if you're not able to build your own life, that is not, you're not doing justice to yourself, your true potential. That is the most important thing. So that is where usage of the knowledge of the education comes into picture.
Nice.
Yeah, over to you.
Right. So Shobhit, I think it's a great piece of information from you, but I would also like to probably put your focus on those areas where a lot of people right now have suddenly gone from the typical school model to completely a virtual model instantly in this last 5 or 6 days. A lot of schools and colleges are shut down suddenly. And it was definitely a world pandemic. It is not no longer an India's problem, it's a world's problem. But with that problem, there are new cultures, new habits, new way of learning, new way of development, new ways of absorbing informations. It is a kind of a fight between the so-called teachers and now the new absorbers of knowledge.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And where do you think, this book reading and probably this community building of readers would actually fit in there?
See, firstly, to answer the point that you mentioned, Amit, that pandemic is going on, and I completely understand. Yes. So I always say that a medium to teach or the medium to connect with people is always a medium. It is not the end of the world. So for example, today I'm not able to, I would love to come to your office and meet you and have a cup of tea with you. But today I cannot do that. So I'm connecting with you over the Zoom call. So this Zoom call is just a medium for me to connect with people. The basic idea, the basic understanding is I have to connect with people. Connection of the people is more important. So if a teacher teaching through the Zoom call, it is again a medium to teach. Ultimately, it is the knowledge of the teacher, how she conducts the class, how the person talks to the people. That's more important.
And that was a kind of a mind block, I think, we had also. Nowadays, when you said, okay, let's do it over the call. there was a mind block for people who wanted to personally go and meet and hug and do all those things, right? There was this obstacle here. Then started with, I think it's an evolution. And now, come to the class at Zoom. Oh, acha, Zoom. Okay, fine, great. And it's a new way. You get recorded stuff now. Everything is recorded, so highly encrypted. You cannot just talk any nonsense and just go out.
Correct.
A lot of people have done that in past.
Correct. Yeah.
Everything is visible, and now I think the transparencies have gone high. But still, we lack those ticks which used to come on your back, or probably when you do mistakes.
Correct.
And those are the mischievous, amazing thing. I think we millennials. How many of you are millennials? Please type in. You like that millennial concept. Sitting under a tree and enjoying the things, and probably the breeze around, and teachers taking you back, all the naughty things in your colleges and schools. Probably that's going to be a past. That's going to be the history now from here on. And people who are into corporates or real estate, I don't know what you're going to do with the big buildings and the big infrastructures that you have. I don't know. I have no idea. But yes, I think it's a time. So rather than holding
I always, Amit, in addition to your words, I always say that flexibility is the key to grow in your life. So today we are all sitting in our houses because there's a disease outside. Tomorrow, let's say we can have a virus, computer virus or internet virus also. We cannot say there's like everything in your computer will be hacked if you open your computer. Then what you will do? So my personal belief is always that you should always be flexible to the situation. Right now, the pandemic is going. I never conducted a webinar before the lockdown, to be very honest. 18th March was my first webinar ever on the book reading club, to be very honest. Before that, I was always used to connect with people, meet people, take a physical session and all that. But now I'm doing that. Tomorrow, if there's a problem with online classes, I will be able to shift to physical classes as well. So those kind of flexibility is important in life.
See, I'm already smiling, Shobhit, because I'm an entrepreneur. And the entrepreneur has got two things: never give up attitude, unstoppable attitude, and very skillfully adapting to the situation is the third and the most powerful attribute that this entrepreneur has.
Correct.
So someone said, if you are not able to not able to fly, you can run. If you're not able to run, try walking. If you're not able to walk, crawl. If you're not able to crawl, at least roll, at least toddle, at least try to move one finger ahead. And this is what I think we should do right now. So if you are thinking that I don't have anything, go for a measure. If tomorrow virus comes probably and hacks up, the Zoom is not working or anything is not working, go back to the phone calls. If phone call doesn't happen, then probably we have to figure out what are the other ways. I don't know. But there will be someone, I think the invention comes with all this critical sins, the different kind of, pressures that we have, external or internal. And all these crises comes the true leadership qualities, the heroes, the people who are the pathfinders. And it's a new structure of looking at things. So I'm sure when the coronavirus or the COVID-19 issues gets little diminished, it will also unleash the true potential of a lot of people's talent, their experiences, their skills, and that results what they have gone. You don't need even a testimonial, because when it is a diamond, it shines definitely brighter than the crystals.
Correct.
So with that, I think it was a pleasure talking to you, Shobhit. Anything else that you want to add up? Probably I would have loved to ask you. Please let me know. And guys, if you are watching this video and if you have anything, write anything on the comments bar. And I'm sure if you have been till here, then it definitely makes sense. Ek share to banta hai. I'm not asking you for the like. I know you have liked it. Otherwise, you are not here still now. But this is the next level. Because if you share this information, might be this will help someone to stop after watching this. Right now, if you have watched this video, I don't know what you have watched before this or after this, but if you can stop, ponder over, take out the book, go back, learn one chapter is also fine enough, I guess. But if you're going ahead, understand somebody's life experiences you have just finished in one chapter. Correct. So with that, over to Shobhit. Shobhit, thank you so much for coming in, joining in, and sharing your amazing knowledge, and wish you all the best for your Readers Club. I would love to join myself, and if you guys want to join in, there is somewhere the link here. Please tag up and disconnect with this gentleman. He's the person who is probably going to be the gym cook for India as well. So wish him all the best. And not only that, if you are somebody who is a bookworm or try to read about it or want to write it, if you want to write, talk to me. If you want to read, talk to Shobhit. With that, see you, tata, bye bye, and stay blessed, stay locked, and stay shining.
Thank you, Amit. Take care. Bye.